All right, beginning at measure 29. So these 4 measures are, in my mind, the trickiest ones in this set for the shifting that's involved. It's not so bad harmonically, but just the shifts. From second position to third position, then to fourth, and then you come back to second, third, fourth again, and then so you have to come back down and then go back up again. So there are some shifts in it. Something that I like about it is that you can compare open strings here, especially the open G. So you start off, if you know what the chord is that you're outlining, then that'll help you harmonically. So your first one is, of course, E minor, E, G, B, E. And then you've got a nice D sharp diminished chord, because it's F sharp, no, D sharp minor chord. So you have D sharp, F sharp, A. No, that's diminished. But it is. So it's a fabulous chord. But if you know what you're doing harmonically, then the notes themselves get easier to tune. But anyway, so you have, find your second position, E. Compare. Go up a whole step. Half step. Compare it. Stay there. That's a half step between your D sharp and B. Over here. And then something that I do is I know where this 2 is. That's where my 4 will go on the string over to be back in second position. So that's kind of my reference. So I'm coming from, if that helps, put you back in the right reference for where your hand is going. Compare. Go up a whole step again. Half step. Be natural. Compare, and then you can pop down to comfortable first, right? So if you know where your half steps are and you know harmonically what you're outlining as far as the arpeggio, that helps. To get the timing, because you do need these to be triplets, metronome is your friend. Also, you can play your quarter notes as 3/8 notes, 3 triplet eighth notes of the same note. So. Half step. So sometimes that helps, just to make sure you know the length of your quarter. And then later you can go ahead and add in your accents and your dynamics, because they do have a couple in here. These are all written mezzo piano, but I think you could probably build through 2 measures and then come down just for what it looks like on the page, just so you have a little bit more melodic shape. Or of course you can explore the harmonic shape of it and change what you're doing there. Your bowing pattern changes in measure 33. So, oh sorry, F sharp. Oh my goodness, wrong note. Don't forget the shift. So, back a half step. Change the bowing pattern again. Change the bowing pattern and the dynamic level drastically. Oh, sorry. C natural, don't forget it. G sharp. that shift in measure 44 to second position. It's just a tiny bit back, more like a half step shift back. And then of course 45, you're back in first. They have a recommended 2 for the E sharp, 3 for the F sharp. Don't use the same finger. I like their fingering is great. And they want you just to stay in the same place. I am okay with a 2 on the B, but a 3 works. You can use a 1-1 on the D sharp E, or you can just stay in half position like they have you. You can use a 2 on the E. It works well, especially if you're going fast. Stem up and stem down means a double stop there for a D. I just don't want you to have to deal with the new string on that B flat. Double stop again. This one doesn't say I have to use a 4, but might as well match it. To what you started it with at the beginning. So hopefully that's helpful. Work it slowly and work it in chunks. Those chunks can be small, like 3 or 4 notes at a time, especially at measure 29. I mean, go ahead and just do, get that, and then add 1 note. So you can learn to connect each of the chunks depending on how big they are. Or you can do 1 measure and then do 1 measure plus a note, so that you're not just stopping every measure to get what you need to do, so you can have it flow. This etude definitely, with the triplet feel, it always feels to me like it's rolling. It's not something that really stops. So keep the triplets going in your head, the subdivision on the quarter notes. Enjoy the accents, enjoy the dynamic changes, and if there isn't enough shape for you in the dynamics that are there on the page, go ahead and add a little bit. Like measure 39 and 40 are marked pianissimo, and then 41 has a mezzo forte. It's, I think, up to you if you want to just jump to mezzo forte, like it's pretty much implied there, or if you would like to do a big crescendo from pianissimo to mezzo forte within those 2 measures. I think that might be worth exploring. So be expressive with this, but I mean, get the left hand to obey you first. Metronome, subdivision, and working it in chunks will really help.